All right, number 3, the opportunities you turn down. That's one that I'm kind of struggling with, like business wise.
Well, you just said that too.
Yeah.
Like you want to go and get all this business,
Yeah.
but sometimes when you do that, you know, I can do the $1,000 website instead of the
Yeah.
$15,000 or $50,000
Yeah.
one, and it'll just take me. No, it's going to take you just as long to do the $1,000 website as it would the $15,000 website. You know that.
Yeah, and you're probably going to deal with more bullshit.
Yes, because that person is not going to know.
It's a lot cheaper.
Right.
They are a lot cheaper.
Somebody who's paying you more to do more is also going to understand better.
Yeah.
You know, on the business side of things. Like,
I think so.
Yeah. And also having the, you having the upfrontness to go, every time you change this, it's going to cost you again, type thing.
But you still have to go through that.
You do. But anyway, but yes.
I've found in business that it's odd, but the people that pay you more are less involved.
Yeah.
In terms of micromanaging you.
They think of you as an expert.
The people that don't pay you that much, they're like all in your shit constantly. Because I think to them, it's a lot more money.
Yes, it is.
And often it's their money versus when someone's paying you more. It's usually not their money.
Right. Agreed.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah. The first website I made was for $200.
Yeah.
And it was when HTML4 came out.
Oh.
That was the first thing I ever coded by hand. Yeah.
HTML4.
4. And it was a shitty golf. Like I remember cutting out the little golf balls by hand and everything.
Yeah.
And putting it together, and actually it was a pretty good website for the time, and considering it was my very first one, I worked so hard for $200.
Yeah, $200 isn't much.
No,
I've done logos and stuff for $97.
Yeah, 97 was when I did it.
Yeah.
I just didn't, I didn't know. Yeah. And now my rates are a lot higher.
I hope so. I mean, if that's where your rates are, we need to talk.
Whole website. All you want,
a whole
$200,
a whole button on a page.
Right.
But yeah, turning down opportunities can be hard whenever you kind of in a scarcity mindset too,
True. And you
still got to watch your back, which I think is what you're alluding to.
You do, but I think I've told you before that one of the things that we've always taught our kids is that there are opportunities out there, and whether it's been acting or dance or school or job, whatever it happens to be, like the one caveat that I think that I've had with all of that is we as parents try to set you up for having opportunities. That is our job.
That's what we do.
And then it's up to them to evaluate if that opportunity is right for them. And so, and I don't know if I've told you this, but I was telling somebody recently, who has younger kids, the one thing that we've always done is said, it's not a formal contract, but we've said, if you're going to play oboe, I had one kid that played oboe. Whatever today's start date is, then you will finish that out throughout the school year or what happens to be.
Right. You're not just dropping it.
They wanted to stop halfway through because it got hard. And, it's like, I don't care if it gets hard or not. You said that you would do that. And so you will follow through with it.
Yeah. You're not. Yeah.
Even if it's half-hearted, you will follow through with it. Maybe you'll, fall in love with it and you'll figure out something, but
that oboe cost $1,200.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.